So, Frazier Climo. I'm going to get it right.
Yeah.
It's not Climo, it's Climo. Welcome to Parker Scarlets. Obviously, your first game at the weekend against Sarries. Big English side. Bit of a baptism of fire or not?
Yeah, I mean, we sort of expected Saracens being a big side and one of the big names, so I knew going there that there'd be some big boys, and obviously they got some pretty classy backs. So I knew sort of what I'd be coming up against, and yeah, I mean, a little bit disappointed with the result, but just really happy to get out there and put the Scarlets jersey on and get a taste of it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Tell us a little bit about the background for you coming here. Obviously, you've been out with Taranaki before. Just give us a little bit of history as to how you ended up here.
Okay, well, yeah, obviously I've spent a couple of years in Scotland a few years ago, and so I spent 3 or 4 years with Taranaki, and then sort of the opportunity came up to come over here. Had a few offers from different clubs, but chose Scarlets purely just based on good young talent. Play a good brand of rugby, and just seemed like a good spot to come, really. Yeah.
And your agent is Tito, so he would know a lot about the Welsh regional game and what it's like to play here. Did he give you quite a lot of advice about what to expect?
Yeah, Fish filled me in on the place. He just said that it's a good bunch of boys, good young talent coming through. Obviously he said about the winters and all that, but sort of playing a couple of years in Scotland didn't really bother me too much. So he was real supportive and a big part of getting me over here.
And what's your sort of impressions of Scarlets rugby? You've obviously only been here a week, but in terms of training with the boys, the squad that we've got,
yep.
What are your first impressions about?
First impressions, just really impressed really with the whole setup. Obviously, it's a lot bigger to what I'm used to back home. But just the trainings are real professional. All the boys are all switched on and really eager to just get into it. So, physios, the training team have just been, I really can't speak highly enough of everyone involved. Yeah.
And you settled in quite well. You're living, I believe, in Connacht, so
I am.
You're a golfer?
Yeah, a bit of a golfer. So obviously right on the coastline there, it's a lot similar to New Plymouth back home.
Yeah.
It's a real nice little place we're in. Pretty handy, sort of 5-minute drive here as well, makes things easier.
And in terms of what your goals are, what you want to achieve, obviously coming in now, you're sort of coming in partway through the season. What do you see as your main focus?
For me, I just want to really cement a spot in that back three. Obviously we've got a lot of depth there and a lot of good players there, so I'm going to have to perform week in and week out to sort of make Simon and that job a lot easier to pick me. So if I can do that, play some good football, and if I get the chance to kick some goals, do that as well. So that's my main goal, really, just focus on. I know it's a bit of a cliche week in and week out, so just really excited to be part of it.
You've been playing most of your rugby at 10. But so obviously at the moment you'll be looking back three. I mean, wing. Where is your position?
Obviously at the moment look to sort of get that left wing sewn up, and then sort of during the game I like to roam a little bit. So if I can sort of jump in 10 as much as I can there and just sort of get my hands on the ball, sort of gets my confidence levels up a bit too. And if I can sort of contribute to the team in that way, sort of making a few breaks and just been busy really. So obviously if I can get that left wing, that's my main goal at the moment.
Okay, and any ideas about what Connacht's going to be like?
Wet and cold, windy, from what I've heard. So obviously they're big pack, and so they've got Dan Parks that plays 10 too, so he'll be kicking a lot. So I know it'll probably be a good opportunity, a good challenge. So the boys are just gearing up for that one. Yeah.
And obviously the Pro 12 in terms of the season, it's been a bit mixed so far. Really 2 key games. I'm sure you've got that impression now. Connacht and then Leinster away. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame we're not going to see you in front of a home crowd until probably possibly Claremont. So, but how do you see these next 2 games for you?
Yeah, they're really important for the boys. We want to get some good momentum leading into some big games coming up in the new year. So obviously these first sort of Pro 12 games are really big for us. We don't want to sort of keep slipping down that ladder. We want to stay up there and keep challenging.
Okay, final question. How would you describe yourself very shortly as a player? How would you sort of sum yourself up?
As a player?
Yeah.
As a player, I don't know, just expect the unexpected.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. But really nice to meet you.
Cool, thank you very much.
Okay.
Cheers.